Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a look under the hood to see how online business actually works. We're going to take what might look like standard textbook concepts and figure out how to literally launch a digital business ecosystem right from scratch. Whether you're conceptualizing your very first startup or you're looking to scale an existing project, understanding the true anatomy of an online enterprise is just incredibly fascinating. So let's dive right in.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with beyond just buying, then walk through the 10 launch steps, open up the engine room, look at real-world e-applications, and finally, wrap everything up with the digital handshake.
Section 1, Beyond Just Buying. Right off the bat, before we build anything, we really need to clear up a massive misconception that's going to serve as the foundation for our entire digital empire. You see, people often use these terms interchangeably, but they absolutely shouldn't. E-commerce, that's simply online buying and selling. It's just the transaction itself. But e-business, well, that's the complete picture. It uses the internet and digital tech to perform and manage all of a company's business activities. We're talking procurement, internal operations, customer management, and the whole supply chain. Basically, if e-commerce is a single piece of the puzzle, e-business is the entire box.
Section 2, the 10 launch steps.
So to actually bring an e-business to life, we start in the planning phase. First, you've got to identify your idea, making sure it solves a real, actual customer need. From there, you conduct market research to understand your audience and scope out the competition. That research feeds directly into preparing a rock-solid business plan, where you lock in your budget and marketing strategy. Then, you choose your model. Are you selling to other businesses, B2B, or directly to consumers, B2C? Once you've nailed that down, you build that essential online presence. This is your website, your mobile app, or that digital storefront where customers are actually going to interact with you.
Once that foundation is set, we move straight into execution and growth. You'll need to arrange a secure payment system to handle credit cards, net banking, or digital wallets. Then comes the real-world stuff, logistics. You need a robust system for inventory management, physical packaging, and getting the product to the door. With all that humming along, you start promoting, leveraging social media and search engines to get eyes on your store. And this is crucial, you absolutely must ensure security and legal compliance to protect your customers' data. Lastly, never ever stop monitoring. You've got to constantly analyze your sales data and customer feedback so you can adapt and refine the business as it grows.
Section 3, the engine room. Now, a gorgeous, user-friendly online storefront means literally nothing without a beast of an internal engine running behind the scenes. First up in that engine room is the data warehouse. Think of it as your business's giant memory bank. It's a central system used to collect, store, and organize just huge amounts of data from all sorts of places. We're talking sales history, customer details, product performance, payments, the works. By storing all this historical data, your management team can dive in, analyze the info, spot the trends, and make highly informed, data-driven decisions that ultimately shape the future of the company.
Next up is CRM, or Customer Relationship Management. Have you ever had an online store remember your exact shoe size or enthusiastically recommend new styles that you actually love? Yeah, that's CRM working its magic. It's the strategy and the system used to attract, satisfy, and retain customers. It tracks their purchases, handles their complaints, and powers that highly personalized marketing and top-tier customer support. A really good CRM is basically the digital equivalent of a local shop owner knowing you by your first name. Then we have SCM, Supply Chain Management. This system manages the entire flow of goods, information, and money right from the raw material suppliers all the way down to the final customer. SCM meticulously tracks the whole journey, from the supplier to the manufacturer, over to the distributor, then the retailer, and ultimately right to your front door. It is a massive logistical puzzle for sure, but doing this effectively lowers your costs, hugely improves inventory management, and guarantees much faster delivery.
And the final piece of the engine is ERP, which stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. ERP is essentially the central nervous system of your business. It's an integrated software system that connects entirely different departments like finance, accounting, HR, production, and sales all into one common platform. Doing this severely reduces data duplication, ensures a seamless flow of information across the whole company, and dramatically increases your overall organizational efficiency. So, what's the absolute easiest way to remember the difference between these 4 acronyms so you never mix up your CRM with your SCM again? It breaks down simply like this. Data warehouse stores and analyzes data. CRM manages customer relationships. SCM manages the physical supply chain. And ERP integrates the whole internal organization together. Getting a solid grip on these core concepts means you'll always understand how a modern digital empire actually operates under the hood.
Section 4. Real-world e-applications. Okay, so our internal engine is built and purring perfectly. But how does this e-business actually interact out on the front lines? Well, two of the most common applications are e-procurement and e-communication. E-procurement is exactly what it sounds like, purchasing goods and supplies electronically. These digital tools drastically reduce the headache of comparing suppliers and tracking invoices on paper, which speeds up the whole procurement process and really improves transparency. Then we've got e-communication. Think email, video conferencing, social media. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful, keeping your global team and external partners instantly connected at a wonderfully low cost.
And the sheer variety of e-business happening all around us is wild. E-delivery is the digital delivery of products, whether you're streaming an online course at 2 a.m. or downloading the latest software update. E-auction allows buyers and sellers to participate in online bidding, completely breaking down geographical limits for totally transparent, competitive pricing. And e-trading is the buying and selling of financial securities, like shares and bonds, completely electronically, allowing you to execute rapid trades with real-time info.
Which brings us to Section 5, the digital handshake. We've reached a vital operational hurdle that our thriving digital empire absolutely must conquer if we want to scale. Consider this scenario for a moment. How do massive businesses actually talk to each other without just drowning in mountains of manual paperwork? It's a fantastic question. I mean, ordering a single laptop online is easy, right? But ordering 1,000 laptops from an international supplier? That requires a bulletproof, standardized protocol, otherwise you're looking at total operational chaos. The answer to that chaos is EDI, or Electronic Data Interchange. EDI is the electronic exchange of standardized business documents between organizations, and it happens directly from one computer system to another. So instead of manually mailing a paper purchase order, Company A's computer speaks directly to Company B's computer. They instantly send standardized invoices, payment details, and shipping notices with zero human middlemen involved. The benefits of building out this system are absolutely massive. Cutting out manual human data entry means much faster communication, heavily reduced paperwork, and significantly lower costs. And honestly, perhaps most importantly, it improves accuracy because you're completely eliminating those expensive, annoying manual data entry errors. This level of automated organization is exactly what forges incredibly efficient and super strong trading partnerships. But, we have to look at the whole picture. Setting up EDI systems comes with some really significant challenges. It requires an immensely high initial setup cost and deep technical complexity to implement properly. You have to train employees, navigate compatibility nightmares between totally different organization systems, and, crucially, it exposes your supply chain to security risks and cyber threats. You become completely, 100% dependent on the technology working flawlessly 24/7. Yet, even with all those drawbacks, this invisible digital handshake is the undisputed backbone of modern global logistics. EDI is essential across almost all major industries. We're talking retail, banking, manufacturing, logistics, healthcare, even government. When your local grocery store automatically restocks a shelf or a hospital urgently orders medical supplies, EDI is running silently in the background, making it happen perfectly.
Which leaves us with a pretty crucial question for you. In a business model that is entirely dependent on digital technology, from your CRM all the way to your EDI, how would you protect your newly built digital empire from systemic failure? I want to leave you with that provocative thought to chew on. Really consider the vulnerabilities of a fully integrated e-business as you design your own future endeavors. Keep building, keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.